Okay, all right, people, it's me, Red Lightning Bow 97. And let me tell you, well, I'm pretty sure this is probably like, the very last of what AEW has to give for this year because, we're just real close, from this time, just real close, just real close to, to 2025 because, yeah, 2024 is just about to end. It's like real close to ending. So, yeah. And what I got to say is that, honestly, this AEW World's End right here is this one had some pretty rough decisions because, yeah, I mean, let's just say besides the returning wrestlers, this would have been a 7 out of 10, and all that because, because honestly, there's some wrestlers on here that really deserve to win. There really was, I'm telling you. There were some wrestlers on here that really deserve to win and stuff right there and all that. And here's the thing: we had Tony Storms, versus Lila Gray, Jeff Jarrett versus QT Marshall, and that's where it goes a little bit downhill from there. From how do I say it? From I don't know how to say it, like the rough end of this show and stuff and all that. I mean, the downside, you could say, because honestly, because here's the thing, yeah, QT Marshall, he really deserved to win that. Because honestly, I have no idea like why they booked Jeff Jarrett in the first place right here. But other than that, we had Top Flight and the Outrunners versus Action Andrade, Leo Rush, Brian Cage, and Lance Archer. That one, pretty decent. Pretty decent. I know that one's pretty decent. Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, that one's pretty decent too, and all that stuff. And let me tell you, Kazuchika Okada versus Ricochet is what happened, even though Ricochet had a bunch of toilet paper thrown right at him and stuff, earlier and all that. So anyway, other than that, yeah, there was that. That was that situation right there. Ospreay versus Fletcher versus the winner of Okada versus Ricochet for the Continental Championship. Is you also have Konosuke Takeshita versus the Powerhouse Hobbs, and yeah, okay. The thing about this one right here is, oh my goodness, they needed to make more use out of Powerhouse Hobbs in this one right there. Like, dude, the booking. It's just not only the booking. It's just the wrestlers that lost in this. In this show right there and stuff and all that. I mean, which would have dropped this down to a 7 out of 10. But thanks to the return of, some wrestlers like Edge, Adam Copeland and stuff and all that, that was good. That was good, man. I was hoping he was coming back. I really was. I'm glad he is, man. That really made up for the show, I'm telling you, and all that. So, yeah, Tony Storm. So, yeah, the first 3 matches were the 0 hour from, from the AEW's World End, the 0 hour and stuff right there and all that. Because I'm telling you, man, the 0 hour had plenty of conversations going around and stuff right there. I mean, that's the reason why it was only like 3 matches in the 0 hour. Because man, they were really conversating, man. Like plenty of conversations on the table and stuff right there, and what was going on and stuff and all that. But I guess other than that, yeah, we had Powerhouse Hobbs and Takeshita. That's like I said right there. Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa for the World Championship right there. Is again MJF versus Adam Cole for the Dynamite Diamond in the Ring and stuff. And I think like after that or so, you have Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. As you know, John Moxley and Adam Page and Jay White and Orange Cassidy were really going at it. And then, yeah, I think I was told that John Moxley even won that one too. I mean, I really get that John Moxley's like a really good wrestler, but oh my goodness, man, like someone's got to beat him eventually and stuff and all that. That's what I think. I mean, I'm not mad at him or anything. I'm not hating on him or anything, but I'm telling you, I just feel like someone's got to beat him because, kind of evens it out, kind of balance it out. So anyway, okay, to go with the results, yeah, starting with the results of the 0 hour, you could say the first 0 hour match saw Storm take on Gray as the former champion was still doing her amnesia gimmick and stuff right there and all that. Because that's the thing. Ever since she came back, from losing against Mariah May and stuff right there, she's been going with her older self, her style, the gimmick that she did when she very first started in her career and stuff right there. I mean, not in her career. I meant when she very first started in AEW and stuff and all that right there, that rocker vibe and stuff right there and all that. So, yeah, the amnesia gimmick kind of makes sense right there and all that. 'Cause honestly, I'm not kidding. I'm really glad she came back too. And you got some people just hating on AEW here and there, just saying AEW is going to die. AEW is going to die. It just never ended, and that never got old. I mean, it just never stopped. It just kept that stuff with some haters online, just kept on doing that and stuff. AEW's gonna die. AEW's gonna die. Man, that's been going on for years already, and oh my goodness, man, That's sad. The way they have to repeat that, it really is. I'm telling you. So other than that, yeah, you could say Gray has improved a lot, but still has some rough edges to stand off and stuff. To, to brush off and stuff and all that. So you could say there were some moments of hesitation on her part where you get Storm getting the win and continuing to act like this was all new to her. I mean, that's because she's got the amnesia gimmick going on and stuff. Going back to her old rocker stuff right there instead of the timeless Tony Storms and all that stuff. Because I'm not kidding. I really thought she was done with AEW. I really thought she was. So the way you got Tony Storms defeating Gray and stuff right there and all that, I mean, not much of a surprise to be honest. Because let me tell you, I mean, my prediction was mostly on Tony Storms right there and all that. Because I mean, she is really good as well. I'm telling you, she really knows how to do that. Right there, as we also have Marshall giving an interview backstage before his match with Double J, and just trying to speak things out about Jay interfering in his match with the Costco guy. That's what they say and stuff and all that. Sorry, pop-up's getting in the way, but anyway, yeah. Let me tell you, you get Double J getting a nice pop when he came out for the match and stuff right there and all that. But honestly, I really felt that QT Marshall had to win that. Come on, man. QT Marshall really needed to win that, man, because. Yeah, I get that acoustic guitar looked all cool and stuff and all that stuff. But come on, man. I was expecting QT Marshall and stuff right there and all that. Yeah, that's like less rating for that. I don't know how to put it, man. That's less ratings for the show right there, in my opinion, and all that stuff. But the returning wrestlers made up for it. That's the thing right there. I'm telling you. So other than that, you have after surviving interference from Aaron Solo, you get Double J scoring the win right there. As this felt more like something that would have worked on Rampage than a pay-per-view pre-show and stuff. I mean, exactly. Oh, sorry. Dude, it would have worked. It would have worked a little bit better on Rampage instead of this pay-per-view show. Because why do they have to book Jeff Jarrett in a pay-per-view show? Pre-show. Sorry about that. Yeah, pre-show. That's the thing right there. I'm telling you and all that. I don't get it. Right there. I mean, first of all, why is Jeff Jarrett there, and why does QT Marshall have to lose against him in the first place after that interference from Aaron Solo? I don't really get that either. Stuff right there. Yep, I got my UFC shirt, by the way. But let me tell you, yeah, Jeff Jarrett defeated QT Marshall. A little bit to my disappointment, I would say a little bit. Show could have been better. Let me tell you, QT Marshall deserved to win that. I don't get what's the deal with the Jeff Jarrett in the first place. I mean, you think Jeff Jarrett could have retired by now and stuff right there, but dude, because honestly, Jeff Jarrett's really up in age right there and stuff right there. I mean, Chris Jericho too and all that stuff. Oh, yep, we got Christopher Jackson Denver commenting. Yep, that's cool. Yep, what's up, man? How are you doing, Christopher Jackson Denver? Things turning up. So anyway, yeah, we get the 0 hour closing out with an 8-man tag match featuring 4 teams. That would have loved a shot with the. Oops, sorry, pop-ups tend to get in the way. But, okay, so we get the 0 hour closing out with an 8-man tag match featuring 4 teams. That would all love a shot at the AEW tag titles and stuff right there. Yep, and we got Christopher Jackson Denver sending the thumbs up. I gotta send a thumbs up too, right there and all that. I mean, I would have given a thumbs up to this show, but you know how wacky the show is and stuff right there. I mean, the decisions and stuff right there. Because honestly, I'm telling you, there's some wrestlers that they really deserve to win this. They really did, but they didn't. I mean, most of this was beyond my prediction. That's how I got to put it. Mostly beyond my prediction and all that stuff right there, and all that. So yeah, you could say it didn't. You could say it didn't really take long for the heel teams to start having issues in their corner when deciding who would tag in and stuff. As that gave the baby faces a small advantage. As you could say, yeah, the bout had the most action of the 3 0-hour matches, as everyone got a little bit of time in the ring to show off and stuff and all that. That makes sense right there, all that stuff. But you can say it felt more like the babyface team had the upper hand more often than not and stuff. As just Rush just tagged himself in and stole the win for his team with the frog splash. I'm telling you right there. So I guess that's where you have Rush, Andrade, Cage, and Archer defeating Top Flight and the Outrunners and stuff right there and all that. I mean, that was probably my most favorite part of the 0 hour and stuff right there, even though I felt like the Outrunners need to pick up their wins more often. That's what I think right there. They need to pick up their wins a little bit more because it feels like the Outrunners have been losing a little bit often. That's what it felt like to me and stuff right there. There's, I guess, a notable moment from this is that Nigel McGuinness just said that he no sold the amnesia gimmick. His Lexi Nair's facial expressions during the QT interview were hilarious and stuff and all that. Well, adding the VCR status to the Outlaws entrance was a great idea as well. We also get the dropkick. The dropkick Darius used to start the match that didn't even come close to connecting with Archer's face and stuff right there. So yeah, he missed that one right there and all that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish AEW could have showed this. Could have showed this on their YouTube channel, but apparently not. I'm telling you. So other than that, we get Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay and stuff right there. Oh, yep. The thing about this one. Oh, yep. Christopher Jackson Denver mentioned the part with Copeland and Omega right there and stuff right there. That did sound like a pretty interesting match right there and stuff. That was pretty decent. Not the match, sorry, but anyway. Yep, that was pretty good right there and stuff right there. The way Copeland, he showed up right there and stuff right there. Yep, that's the thing. I'm really glad Adam Copeland came back. That is good. That's good right there. That's going to give AEW the upper hand right there and stuff right there. Well, you got people on X or Twitter going, AEW's going to die, AEW's going to die, AEW's going to die. Just like always, man. Oh, my goodness, man. It just doesn't change with those people. Man. But on the other hand, at least we're winning as wrestling fans for the most part. I'm telling you all that. As you can see, the main card of the pay-per-view opened with Fletcher taking on Ospreay in the semifinals of the Continental Classic, with whoever would win would go on to face the winner of Ricochet versus Okada. That's how you could describe it, and all that stuff. As they started, you going, quote, 100 mile per hour as soon as the bell rang. Didn't slow down until Fletcher rolled out of the ring to regroup and stuff and all that. Good match, pretty decent stuff and all that. I mean, even though I really felt that this show could have used Powerhouse Hobbs a little bit better. Come on, man. They need to use Powerhouse Hobbs a lot more better. I am telling you right there and stuff and all that. But other than that, I guess once Fletcher was able to gain the upper hand, you get Fletcher slowing things down a bit so he could taunt the crowd and punish his former friend, you could say, and all that. So yeah, because they had a little rivalry going on and stuff right there and all that. As you could say, Billy Goat was busted open, and Fletcher just tasted some of the blood to show how deranged he is, or something. You could describe it like that. With what started as a small cut quickly turned into a crimson mask, you could say, and all that. That's another description right there and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, man. Screw all the haters. I'm telling you, man. Christopher Jackson Denver really said it right there. Yep, May versus Rosa. That was a decent match. I can tell that was right there and stuff and all that. So yeah, man, the haters can suck it, man. Because honestly, I'm just gonna say we're moving on up, and those haters are not, because those haters just want to say the same thing every year. My gosh, man, it just gets repetitive and tiring with how haters are and stuff right there. AEW's going out of business. AEW's going to go out of business. Oh my gosh, man. It's like we've heard that 1,000 times already. Oh my gosh, man. That's sad. I'm telling you. That is sad. But on top of that, yeah, this was a good little hardcore match. They got some hardcore stuff going on right here, I'm telling you. It's not only they did put on a match that was as good as their previous encounter, but they made it feel completely different stuff. As this match had a little bit of everything and a ton of excitement, you could say. Yeah. Stuff is, after a few incredible reversals, Ospreay hit a Styles Clash for the pin to advance to the finals of the, what was it, the C2? Yeah, that's what it was right there. As this may be a bit bloody for some, but it was an awesome display of skill. I would agree with that and stuff right there. I wish I could have seen more of it and stuff. Yeah, but sadly, AEW didn't upload, what happened after their pre-show. I mean, AEW only showed their pre-show and stuff and all that. Well, yeah, but unfortunately, there's people on YouTube that show highlights and stuff right there without getting, copyrighted and all that stuff. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate how people, show the highlights, because it gives you a good glimpse of what goes on after the pre-show when when that specific YouTube channel of the promotion doesn't upload anything. You still got the fans uploading it and stuff right there and all that. And that's good right there, man. I appreciate that. I really do and stuff, I'm telling you. So you could say, yeah, after a few incredible reversals, you got Ospreay hitting a Styles Clash to the pin right there and stuff and all that, like I said. And that right there is what led to Ospreay defeating Kyle Fletcher and stuff in the process, I'm telling you. Right there. And also, Christopher Jackson Denver brought up Lola Vice versus Jada Parker and Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa, being both awesome matches this year and stuff right there and all that. Hashtag Team All. Yep, that I gotta agree with that. Yep, I really do, because that does sound like some good stuff right there. I'm telling you, and all that. But other than that, yeah, Osprey defeating Fletcher is, I guess, a notable moment from that too. Is you get the Guns N' Roses "Welcome to the Jungle" being used for the open video package, because yeah, I've noticed that AEW's been doing that lately. They've been playing tracks from the classic rock band Guns N' Roses, with Axl Rose, the guy that came from the band, you know, LA Guns and stuff, which goes even further back, which is a good little rock history right there from like back in the 80s and stuff and all that. So yeah, other than that, you get one of Fletcher's chops hitting Osprey in the throat. It was hard to tell if it was an accident or supposed to happen. Either way, Osprey recovered quickly from that. Still hardcore, man. It's good to be hardcore. Really good to be hardcore, I'm telling you all that. Yeah. There's some people out there who don't have the guts for that. They don't have the guts to watch this stuff. I mean, come on, it's good. It is. I'm telling you, man. Because other than that, yeah, we get Fletcher catching Osprey in the middle of the handspring, being an impressive display of power, which is another notable moment from the match right there and stuff right there and all that. But other than that, you got Osprey's wound dripping like a faucet. Because I'm telling you, hardcore stuff, man. Really good hardcore. I'm telling you that stuff. Because I'm telling you guys. So I think besides that, yeah, there was also Ricochet versus Kazuchika Okada and stuff right there. As the second semifinal C2 match was up next, with Okada taking on Ricochet. Is with going with the recent heel turn of Ricochet, you get Okada becoming the de facto babyface in this match, is at least in the eyes of the crowd. Honestly, it just looks like to me that I don't know, Ricochet is not really a good heel. Because honestly, yeah, Ricochet does not sound like a really good heel at all, man. He really needs to do something about that, I'm telling you. He really does. I'm telling you, man. So other than that, you get the current Continental Champion having his hands full with Ricochet's high-flying style, but he kept finding ways to keep himself in the fight. As after surviving some of Ricochet's best moves, Okada hit the Rainmaker clothesline for the win to advance to the finals of the C2 against Ospreys. This was a solid match, but left a lot of room to grow, you could say. As you could say, Ricochet was looking a little despondent in the ring as Swerve Strickland came out on the stage to taunt him and stuff, as Prince Donna handed out rolls of toilet paper to the crowd to throw at Ricochet at Swerve's request. Yeah, a little comedy right there. I mean, kind of a little bit funny, because it's a little bit funny in my opinion and stuff right there. Even though, yeah, Ricochet really needs to do something about his personality, because honestly, it doesn't seem to be working out with him, in my opinion, with his heel stuff right there and all that. Because honestly, how does Ricochet even work it out as a heel? I want to know and stuff right there. I don't know. I feel like Ricochet needs to be a little bit more on the professional side. That's what I think and all that. He hasn't been looking really professional lately. He needs to be more competitive. That's the thing right there. Take things a little bit more seriously. I don't know, because that's I'm pretty sure that's the case and stuff, you could say. But other than that, you get Okada needing some new gear and stuff right there, as Ricochet was looking to spawn in the ring. That's what led to Okada defeating Ricochet and stuff right there and all that. Right there, as Okada needs some new ring gear, as he's been wearing the same couple of things since he's got to AEW. As the way Okada slapped the back of Ricochet's head, getting one of the biggest pops of the night and stuff. Before, Ricochet was known for his high-flying moves, but he has more strength than a lot of people may realize, as he had no problem getting Okada off the mat. The stuff right there and all that. So yeah, I guess after that was Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa. Some decent matches, because I mean, one thing. This is the thing. There was there was a good number of matches. They put plenty of matches booked, but the decisions on some of them. I'm telling you, man, that it's pretty rough decisions. Like the way they used Powerhouse Hobbs, the way QT Marshall lost and stuff and all that. Right there, and the way Jon Moxley won. I mean, Jon Moxley is a really good wrestler, but dude, they're gonna need something to even that out, because yeah, Jon Moxley's been winning very often. I'm telling you, and all that stuff. But that's the thing right there. So anyway, yeah, I guess you could say how to put this off. Oh yeah. Get to Tijuana. You get the Tijuana street fight for the world title between May and Rosa and stuff. Is get the La Mira showing up with the piñata and a chain around her neck and stuff. As May was just wearing cargo pants to show she was taking this street fight seriously, and Rosa just jumped into May from the apron to get the match started before she even got to the ring. As the challenger had control until the fight to the stages, they used a variety of different weapons to inflict damage, including chairs, tables, tacks, and chains, and a bottle of alcohol Paul, even Rosa's dad, Kane, right there and stuff. Yeah, Thunder Rosa's dad was even there as well and stuff right there. I mean, yeah, I saw an image of that right there. I'm telling you. But other than that, in the end, you get May retaining by hitting a Storm Zero power driver through a table to get the pin. As this was an entertaining, brutal encounter that made both women look good and stuff. I'm pretty sure it did. Yep, that most certainly did right there and stuff and all that. Yeah, so yeah, that's where you have it right there, May defeating Rosa and stuff right there. As you can say, Thunder Rosa played a video from her dad who had an epic mustache. As the way May threw the trash can at Rosa, turning out to look painful and stuff. It didn't look like Rosa knew it was going to happen and stuff. As you get Rosa's pinata being filled with thumbtacks, but it ended up, being her who was slammed into them and stuff right there. Because yeah, Thunder Rosa has that, has that culture going on, stuff. Because yeah, she does that. Because that's where Thunder Rosa is from. She has that Mexican culture and stuff right there. The Los Muertos. Yeah, because I can see where her gimmick is coming from. I can understand that very well and stuff. It's a lot like what luchadors do. It's kind of like luchadors, like a luchador thing, it's kind of like that, and stuff right there and all that. I mean, it would be nice to see Cosmo fight again someday in MLW because I haven't seen him booked in a while. So right there, and yeah, you can say Mariah May had some fun interactions with the Thunder Rosa's dad and stuff right there and all that. It's good. It's good that they had him over there as well, But I guess after that one, yeah, MJF versus Adam Cole was the thing right there and stuff and all that. So I'm telling you. So I guess you could say Cole was the first to strike after the bell rang for his match with MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring, as Matt Taven and Mike Bennett were watching from ringside before Cole was bleeding after being run into the steel steps. So MJF tried to open the wound more by sending him into the ring post. As the former world champion saw Cole land hard in his injured leg and immediately went after it with the chop block, we get a few minutes later MJF just getting busted open and stuff right there. Because yeah, they were going hardcore in this match too. That's another thing that made up this show and stuff. Besides the wacky decisions on some match, the other matches were hardcore. Really good hardcore. I'm telling you, and all that stuff. Like real decent stuff. I'm telling you, man. I enjoyed that. So anyway, you get both men bleeding from the head as they begin to work towards the finish, you could say, and all that. I'm telling you, some really good stuff, man, right there and stuff and all that. Good heel work as well. So other than that, you get MJF pulling out an old trick and faked an injury as if Taven and Bennett attacked him to get ejected and stuff, as that allowed him to grab the Dynamite Diamond Ring to use as a weapon, but Cole saw it coming and hit a super kick. As MJF hit a low blow followed by the Heat Seeker for the pin and the win, and the first half of this match was relatively uneventful. But the second half, I think it picked up quite a bit, as the outcome was predictable, but how we got there was a little surprising as Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly showed up and took out MJF before helping Cole to his feet and stuff and all that. Where you have MJF defeating Cole, man. I was really looking forward to Adam Cole to win that one. I really was, man, I'm telling you, and all that. We could say the huge banner MJF uses during his entrance probably annoys an entire section of the crowd by blocking visibility. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, pretty much to MJF's favor, because, regarding how MJF is a heel, he's telling the crowd to shut up. It shouldn't be a surprise that MJF is just It's just blocking their view with the... Sorry, I accidentally punched the lamp. But okay, anyway, we have get MJF just blocking the view with the banner and stuff and all that. But anyway, let me tell you. Yeah, MJF hitting a powerbomb backbreaker as well in the ring, perfectly in the center of Cole's back as the mic's picking up, picking up the crowd noise, seeming to be going in and out and stuff right there. Like I said, the huge banner was blocking the fans and the crowd and stuff right there. Yeah, because, knowing MJF, yeah, he would do that. He would do that and stuff right there and all that. But anyway, I'm telling you. So anyway, yeah, that's one thing to put it up right there. Some notable moments and observations you could say and all that. I'm telling you, it's a good way to put it. So I guess another match. This is one of the matches right here that was a little bit downhill. Where you get Konosuke Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs, where they didn't use Powerhouse Hobbs good enough. Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs lost this one too, just like his other match and stuff, because, Tony Khan needs to use him better, I'm telling you. So I guess to put that out, you get Hobbs going out first for his international, title bout against his former stablemate Takeshita. As Powerhouse is used to having a big size advantage over his opponents, you could say, but Takeshita is also a big dude, so they look pretty even when they started trading shots as the challenger took control early and began dominating the alpha. But Takashita just started focusing on the knee that took Hobbs out for several months. As they worked this match with the methodical pace that allowed them to sell every move a bit more than the other bouts on the card. As you got Hobbs just selling a knee injury for most of the match, so that impacted the pacing too, right there and stuff. As this looked like a tough fight for both men, but Hobbs was the star here. As you could say, he looked a little bit like a fighter who didn't know the meaning of the word quit, while Takashita looked like a wily opportunist who preyed on his injuries and stuff. Right there, as Hobbs just put in a great effort, but ultimately came up short and stuff. As Takashita picked up a clean win with his finisher to retain his title. Where we have. Yeah, Takashita defeated Powerhouse Hobbs right there and stuff and all that right there, even though I wanted Powerhouse Hobbs to win. Because I feel he needs to pick up his wins as well, along with Outrunners and stuff right there and all that. I don't care if it's scripted. His wins need to be picked up a little bit better and stuff, I'm telling you. So I guess from there, you get Hobbs hitting a nice pound to send Takashita out of the ring right there, which is a little bit notable from the match. A notable part of the match is the audio issues with the crowd were even more apparent in this match right there and stuff and all that. As Hobbs, I guess he has grown so much as a performer. He is so much better at selling than he used to be and stuff, as both men lost their balance in the corner when trying to set up a superplex, which also seems to be a thing right there, I'm telling you, and all that. So, besides that, there was Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander and stuff and all that. Both backstabbers, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's kind of like a backstabber on backstabber situation in this fight right here, I'm telling you. So I guess to put this one out, you get Moné putting the TBS title on the line against Statlander in this next match as the CEO looked very confident to holding a victory. Yeah, she was really confident about holding a victory, I'm telling you, and all that. I'm telling you right there and all that. So anyway, what happened next after that? You get the CEO using her quickness and agility to combat Statlander's strength as she broke a few rules here and there, but never relied on anything that was too illegal to get ahead, not going too far and breaking the rules. I mean, not going too far in the heel work. I mean, just doing the heel work is just fine, and all that stuff. Well, most of what they did looked good. This match felt like it lacked the flow of their previous encounter. I mean, kind of. Just kind of, just kind of. But I guess I guess this match felt like it didn't feel as fluid somehow, but it got much better as it went and stuff right there and all that. Because getting warmed up, you could say they were getting warmed up. That's the thing right there and all that. Because Statlander moving her boot to avoid a count out because it was stuck on the part of the ring, but the CEO stayed on her and hit a tombstone pile driver on the apron that almost took her out of the match completely. Yeah. Oh, ouch. It took her out and stuff right there. I think also, despite the first few minutes being a bit clunky, this turned out to be one of the better matches of the entire show, as Statlander was unable to get a submission victory, but she was able to use a pinning combination to keep Stat down for the 3 count and stuff right there and all that. Which results in Mercedes Moné defeating Statlander and stuff and all that. I'm telling you, some good stuff, man. Some decisions were rough and some decisions were good. I mean, there were some ups and downs in this show and stuff right there. I'm most likely going to give this an 8 out of 10. Or somewhere between an 8 or a 9 out of 10, I'm telling you. So, Moné defeated Statlander right there. As you can say, Mercedes had her least colorful hair to date and stuff and all that. Before Moné's baseball slide dropkick looked brutal for Statlander. Before carrying another human being upstairs, turns out to also be an impressive feat and stuff right there and all that. I mean, that is impressive display of strength right there. I mean, I wish I had that strength, to be honest, right there. The conditioning of an actual wrestler, man, that would be nice to do. It would be really nice to be in a wrestling ring someday. Just someday, It would be, like, to give it a try or something. Or after training, and of course, I mean, when you have training, that's the thing. Because imagine doing it without training. That would have been awful. But other than that, you get the series of suplexes from Mercedes, going to the crowd on his feet and stuff right there. Because, we also get Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay happening and stuff right there and all that. Where we have, the heavily bandaged Ospreay coming out first with blood still on his gear from his previous match to challenge Okada for the Continental title and stuff right there and all that. You get the Rainmaker taking the first shot. As it seemed to fire Ospreay up when they took the fight out of the ring, you could say, as Okada began to focus more on Ospreay's head, and he even removed the bandage Ospreay was wearing, and it wore like an armband for a moment, since both men had already worked a match earlier in the show. They paced this a little slower than you would normally expect, but not in a bad way, as they were taking time to sell, just not moving slowly and stuff right there and all that. You could say, I think since both men had already worked a match earlier in the show, they've placed this a little they paced this a little bit slower than you would normally expect, but not in a bad way. As they were taking time to sell, you could say, just taking their time. Let me turn my camera on. Is it taking time to sell? You could say that's the thing right there. Just going with it and stuff. Go with the flow. That's the thing right there. So anyway, but not in a bad way. So anyway, we had Ospreay having a short burst of offense, but for a long time, Okada had him reeling from his injuries as he didn't start to make his big comeback until the final couple of minutes. As after several encounters, close 2 counts and stuff right there, Okada finally hit the Rainmaker for the pin and the win stuff right there. That's where you have it right there. Okada shaking Ospreay's hand to show some respect. As a moment later, Kenny Omega made his return to AEW to present Okada with his championship and stuff before Okada, defeated Ospreay and stuff right there. I'm not kidding. That's the thing about Okada. Okada is good and stuff right there and all that. Because let's say if Adam Copeland can't beat Jon Moxley, I would count on Okada to beat him. I would go for Okada. I mean, someone's got to beat Jon Moxley. I mean, dude, because that's the thing. I mean, it's good to have Jon Moxley win as well. He's also good, but I'm mostly going for Adam Copeland in the future because I talked about that with a friend earlier and stuff and all that stuff. But other than that, we get the crowd chanting, "Holy shit, holy shit," that kind of stuff right there and all that. They're just chanting, that kind of stuff right there and all that before the match got started. And, Ospreay didn't even try to clean off a single drop of blood between the matches as the way Ospreay's leg got caught between the ropes, looking accidental, but he continued like nothing was wrong and stuff right there. I mean, don't get me wrong, because that's the thing about showing blood in the wrestling match. That it's like a display of competition and dedication and stuff right there. And apparently some people out there don't understand that. Oh, they just consider it as too violent, when really it's more like an act of dedication when there's blood in the wrestling match. That's the thing right there, I'm telling you. So yeah, that's the thing right there. Yeah, Ospreay just continued on like nothing, even though he was all bloody and he had a little injury going on and stuff right there and all that. I'm telling you and stuff, all that. But that's what some people need to understand. When there's blood going on in the wrestling ring, that should be more like a display of dedication and a hard work and competition. Not none of this crap of, oh, it's being too violent. It's being too violent. No. It's more like hard work and competitiveness. Being competitive. That's the thing right there. I'm telling you and all that. So yeah. So let me tell you. So I guess the other match was Jon Moxley versus Adam Page and Orange Cassidy versus Jay White. This one was one of the better matches, I'm telling you, and all that. So yeah, and this was also the main event right here, I'm telling you. That's the thing. So the main event for World's Ends saw Moxley defending the world title against White, Page, and Cassidy in a fatal 4-way. Is to get Moxley rolling out of the ring and watching his opponents argue until, OC hit him with a suicide dive as White and Page soon followed, and all 3 men start beating on the leader of the Death Riders as Marina Shafir, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli freely interfered right there. I'm not really surprised they managed to interfere right there and all that because, yeah, honestly, the Death Riders do that a lot. They do that pretty often, interfering the match and stuff right there and all that. Right there, kind of like... Alicia Edwards, just interrupt that match in TNA before, that one wrestler just, took her backstage and stuff right there. Joe Hendry did that back in TNA. But anyway, we got Maria Shafir. Yeah, and the other guys doing that stuff right there is after all 3 opponents put Mox to the table, you get Page trying to win the match by going after Cassidy. Is from that point forward, it was you could say it was every man for himself. It sort of was, you could say something like that and stuff and all that. Just Hangman would have had the match won if the ref hadn't been taken out. A few minutes earlier, you could say, when it looked like White was going to win, as Yuta attacked the referee to stop the count before Mox was able to retain the title by hitting White with the Death Rider DDT and stuff. Is this, you could say, it was a frenetic main event that was a little overbooked, but ultimately enjoyable and stuff. I mean, I would agree with that right there. I mean, I wouldn't really call it overbooked. I mean, is it really overbooked? Really, honestly, they call that overbooked. Well, you have Jeff Jarrett beating QT Marshall. Oh, and this match is overbooked? Okay, some people want to say that. Okay, but I don't know. That doesn't sound like it to me and stuff right there and all that. I mean, that sounds weird. I mean, a weird way to put it, and stuff right there and all that. But other than that, you get Mox being able to retain the title by hitting White with the Death Rider DDT. Like I said earlier, was a frenetic main event. And when it looked like the Death Riders was going to keep attacking, get FTR and returning Adam Copeland showing up and stuff as they proceeded to take out the Death Riders, send the crowd home happy at the end of the pay-per-view and stuff, you could say, and all that right there, which results in Moxley defeating Page, White, and Cassidy and stuff right there. I mean, not even they could beat him and stuff right there. I mean, I'm telling you, man, John Moxley, dude, he's hardcore, man. He knows how to fight. He really does, I'm telling you. Right there. And I just, besides that, I guess one observation from the match was that the referee only held up the case Moxley keeps the belt and not the belt itself and stuff. As Moxley had a cut on his head after a couple of minutes, as it was hard to tell what happened because it may have been, the triple power bomb into the table and stuff right there and all that. As the briefcase, was somehow accidentally cuffed to the ring rope, you could say so Shafir just broke the cuffs to get it off and stuff as the crowd popped big when Shafir was hit with the Blade Runner stuff right there and all that. I mean, that's what she gets. I mean, she wants to get in the way. She's going to get hit by a Blade Runner. She is, I'm telling you, right there. Other than that, you get the mic. Get the mic. Copeland trying to use didn't, not seeming to work. Not, the microphone, Adam Copeland getting not working and stuff. So he had to grab another microphone and stuff right there. I mean, all that. I mean, they didn't explain that one properly and stuff right there and all that right there of why the microphone didn't work. And, Adam Copeland had to get another one. But gosh, man, I'm really glad Adam Copeland comes back. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing matches with Adam Copeland in the future. Dude, I really am. That's the thing right there and stuff right there. I guess the little final word from this match was that the World's End may not go down as the best AEW pay-per-view of the year, but it definitely delivered a couple of the best pay-per-view matches, even though some of the other matches were just not the best. I mean, oh my goodness, dude, they honestly could have had better use, I would say, and stuff like what happened with the Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall and stuff and all that. I am telling you right there and stuff and all that. As you could say, some people didn't really see a single title change hands and stuff, but we did see a groundwork laid for a few matches at All In Texas, that one time and stuff, is that could potentially lead to title changes and stuff right there and all that. But one thing I'm really looking forward to is AEW's Wrestle Dynasty. That I'm looking forward to. I really am looking forward to Wrestle Dynasty and stuff right there. I mean, it'll be pretty cool to see Adam Copeland in that and stuff right there. And hopefully that turns way better than what happened in World's End. Way better, I'm telling you, and all that stuff. I'm telling you, I hope that turns out way better. So, yep. Wrestle Dynasty it is. I think January 11th is what I was told is stuff right there and all that. So, yep, that's all the stuff that happened in this show right here and stuff right there and all that, where we have, Moxley defeating Page, White, and Orange Cassidy during the main event and stuff, which concluded the entire show right there and stuff and all that. So, yep, right, pretty much ending the show right there and stuff right there and all that, ending the pay-per-view and stuff right there. And I would say this pay-per-view, not the best. I mean, it has some ups and downs. This one has some ups and downs and stuff right there and all that. Yeah, like Powerhouse Hobbs, for example, and, freaking QT Marshall. I really wanted QT Marshall to win that, I'm telling you. So, yep, and that's that right there. So, yep, that's all I have to give to you people, and I'm going to have to end the video right here, stuff right there. And, to once again tell you, rock out and be there, guys, for the next good show and stuff right there and all that. The next show and stuff right there, which is supposed to be Wrestle Dynasty. I'm really looking forward to that. And, I mean, the other time I checked, man, Wrestle Dynasty was supposed to be like June next year or something, or July, but it turned out they changed it to January and stuff right there and all that. So, yeah, January 11th is what I'm sure of and stuff and all that. Gonna have to check again and stuff. So, yep, that's all I have to give to you people for this video and stuff right there and all that. And remember, rock out and be there, guys. Rock out and be there and stuff. I'm going to have to give you people a really good bye-bye for now is Red Lightning Bow 97 and stuff right there and all that. And just remember, holy shit, and stuff, that kind of stuff right there and all that I'm looking forward to. So anyway, till next time on the Red Lightning Bow 97 show and all that. So, yep, I'm going to have to end the video right here with a really good bye-bye. So, yep, I'm out with a good bye-bye. Yep, till next time.